So Dinoland is finally going extinct. It's very sad and we're all crying on the inside, but have no fear. I'm gonna walk us around the land so we can kind of say goodbye for the last time, pay our respects, and I'm gonna hold your hand while we do this so you're not alone. This is gonna be replaced by Pueblo Esperanza, so at least we have something to look forward to. So it's not gonna be a total loss, but it's still heavy, and you know what? It had a good run, and I'm excited for the future. So let's go ahead and walk around, guys. As we walk around Dinoland USA for the last time, I would like to share some history and some fun facts with you guys. Disney's Animal Kingdom opened on April 22nd, 1998, aka Earth Day. And along with other attractions, Dinoland USA was one of the lands that made its debut on opening day. One of the cool things about Dinoland USA is that it has a rich backstory that you probably wouldn't even think that it had. A long time ago in the 1900s, 1947, Chester and Hester had this gas station, and around their site, apparently dinosaur bones were found in the area. This led to a big tourism boom, and Chester and Hester wanted to take advantage of the increase in visitors. So they used the tourist interest in dinosaurs to set up roadside attractions, aka Dinoland USA. Then they turned their gas station into a little gift shop, aka Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures, RIP. But that's not all. That's just one part of the story. I briefly touched on the fact that dinosaur bones were discovered in the area, right? Well, those people were fossil hunters. The fossil hunters, upon discovering the bones, decided to call up a few scientist friends for help. And lo and behold, they created the Dino Institute, where researchers could show off all of their discoveries and look for more things. The Dino Institute and their partners at the research facility called Chronotech discovered how to warp vehicles through time. They literally learned how to time travel. So they started doing time tours, and the rest was history with the ride Dinosaur. Gotta get that dino, am I right? So we have Chester and Hester, and then we also have the Dino Institute as two entities in Dinoland USA. And the joke is, the Dino Institute is a super serious place of research and science, and right next to it is a roadside attraction area, Chester and Hester's. Kind of makes fun of it. I would also like to point out that there's another layer to this story, and that is the intern program that the Dino Institute has. Apparently, the interns make extra cash, because, you know, on internships you don't typically make money, but they make extra cash by working the Restaurantosaurus, and they also live in it, apparently. That's just like another layer to this story onion. And you can already take a guess at who are the interns, which is Disney's actual interns, the college program kids, which I think is pretty genius storytelling, and it's a fun way to incorporate the college program kids into the land. When you look at the entire story after you hear it, it kind of makes Dinoland USA that much more endearing. Because fossil hunters discovered dinosaur bones, Chester and Hester were able to live out their roadside attraction dreams. Inside the shop, you can see so many cute little nods to their story, but if you were just the average park goer and you had no background knowledge of this, all of these little Easter eggs would pretty much mean nothing. The level of detail that goes into this shop is absolutely incredible. Like, it's probably one of the most decorated shops on property in Disney World, but I could be wrong. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I have nostalgia for Dinoland because I never went to Disney World when I was a kid. And I've heard a couple of stories of people taking their children to Dinoland first because they couldn't ride any of the big kid rides, and this is an actual, like, fond memory for them. So whenever they heard that Dinoland was closing, obviously there's a sadness there. And I think that's why there's such a big reaction to Dinoland closing, because it holds so many memories for us. And I'm a little bit on the older side, so I know that people in my age group, whenever they were kids, they probably got to experience Dinoland as it used to be. Like, I'm gonna share with you a story that someone told me once about their child. Dinoland USA was the very first time their child got to experience an attraction. Triceratops Spin was their very first ride. And that stuck with me because it just proves that one area could be deemed as like a skippable, unimportant, and just all around not a good time for someone. And then you can look at someone else and it was the most important thing to them growing up. Like, that was the first experience that they ever had. So I get a little emotional whenever I see rides or areas closing to be turned into something else. I'm a bit of a theme park nerd when it comes to like historic stuff. So upon hearing this, it did hurt my heart a bit. I'm not gonna lie. But the one thing that I was the most concerned about was how they were going to move forward with this area. Pueblo Esperanza is going to be replacing Dinoland USA, but it's not going to all happen all at once. We're going to phase out the closings starting January 12th, 2025, all the way up until 2026. No dates have been announced yet for the other parts of Dinoland that are still open and operating, like Restaurantosaurus or the Boneyard. And the big one of the original rides of Animal Kingdom, Dinosaur, is going to be closing in 2026. So we have all of 2025 to get that iguanodon.
Unless you're new to this planet, or have been living under a yet-to-be-discovered Dinoland, the big news is Donald's Dino Bash! Donald Duck, yeah, I'm talking about the Donald Duck, along with a whole lot of his friends, are right here in our very own Dinoland USA.
In a poetic way, we are all just Chester and Hester's Dinoland USA tourist trap tourists, just venturing our way through this land. And once it's gone, it's just history at this point. And if anyone got to walk through it and experience this piece of theme park history, I would say that you were lucky. I'm hopeful for the future projects that are coming to this area, and I'm also weary, but mostly excited. Hopefully it's going to be a great experience, and the Madrigals and Indiana Jones is going to bring some life to this area. I want to hear some of your Dinoland USA stories, so if you have any memories or any stories that you've heard that you would love to share, please go in the comments section and just share some of these positive, happy things, or even some crazy things. I know theme park days can be filled with chaos sometimes. And that's all. That's a wrap on Dinoland. It was an amazing time. It had its era, and now they're going extinct for real. Oh my god, my Shayla! My Shayla. I'll see everybody back here whenever Pueblo Esperanza opens up, okay? We're gonna make it happy the next time we're around these parts. Hopefully this video brought some joy and some memories for you guys, and yeah, that's a wrap. I hope this wasn't too painful. Anyways, love you guys, bye.